Mustard is the third most consumed condiment in the world after salt and pepper. So, let's take a tour together to check out the amazing process of mustard production, while we'll be telling you some intriguing stories intermittently. Mustard is an extremely familiar thing to all of us. It's basically a spicy sauce or condiment made from mustard seeds. When the seeds are crushed, they release two substances, myronate and myrazine, which create a hot flavor when combined. This creation has become so famous for its distinctive flavor that even now, the mustard accompanies almost whatever we eat: sandwiches, hot dogs, burgers, or salad dressing. If you have tasted yellow mustard ever, you know it, because that gets prepared from the seeds of the white mustard plant. The main difference of white mustards is that they offer a milder taste and fragrance. But the mustard, which we are talking about now, mainly comes from brown and black mustard seeds. These seeds are usually planted in March and April. In modern farming, mustard seeds and dry fertilizer are stored separately and sent to the ground openers through an airstream for shallow planting. This process is efficient, using hands-free operation and GPS guidance. Mustard plants grow quickly, blooming into bright yellow fields by late June. By early August, the flowers turn into pods, and finally, harvesting starts in September. Most of the world's mustard seeds, around 85%, come from Canada, Montana, and North Dakota. In fact, Canada is the largest mustard producer and exporter in the world. But there's no prize for guessing which country is the top consumer of it. It's France. They are such a big fan of mustard that they named a particular type of it after a French city, Dijon. And now, yellow mustard and Dijon mustard stand out as the only leading varieties globally. The process of mustard production follows some simple steps in the factories. It starts with pre-cleaning and grading. The harvested seeds undergo pre-cleaning to remove extraneous materials like stones and mud. In addition, grading ensures uniform-sized seeds for consistent quality. The next step is dehulling. The conditioned seeds are dehulled, separating the outer hull from the inner kernel. It's essential for creating a smooth mustard paste. After that, it's time for pre-swelling and flavor infusion. For mustard production, the seeds are pre-swollen overnight in a mixture of water and vinegar. Other spices can be added also during this swelling process to infuse additional flavors. Next, breaking and grinding. The swollen seeds are broken down using a corundum disc mill or a wet grain crusher. This step releases the natural enzymes, including myrosinase, which gives mustard its characteristic sharp taste. And that takes us to the next stage, mixing, which is one of the most crucial steps in the process. In this stage, mustard powder is mixed with the water, wine, vinegar, or a combination of these ingredients. With that, additional spices and flavorings, such as turmeric, garlic, or herbs, can be introduced. After that, fermentation is needed for creating specific mustard varieties, like Dijon. If we see from the scientific perspective, the fermentation helps develop some friendly microbes that contribute to the unique robustness of Dijon mustard. In the final step, thickening is done. The grinding process generates heat, and that helps thicken the mustard to the desired consistency. The result is a flavorful, creamy mustard that comes in jars, perfect for enjoying with your meal. Now, if we take a look at an actual production hub, this factory's top packaging line can fill more than 6,000 jars of mustard per hour at peak efficiency. La Moutarderie Fallot, which translates to the Fallot Mustard Factory in English, is the oldest Dijon mustard factory in France, active since 1840. When mustard seeds arrive at their processing plant, they first get through the process of sorting and cleaning before they enter the manufacturing process. First, the seeds are visually sorted to remove dirt and debris using conveyor belts and water sprayers. After sorting, they're dried and stored in silos until they're ready for the next production steps. Inside La Moutarderie Fallot mustard production facility, you'll find 4 silos. 2 of them store burgundy mustard seeds. One processes these seeds and another stores vinegar. Making great mustard requires some particular rules. In fact, that's the secret behind this wonderful condiment. For example, The mustard paste should not be heated during production, and that's why they use stone mills. Follow's facility is equipped with 6 mills made of either granite or flint, which help in seed crushing. Sometimes, mustard seeds are first soaked in a mixture of wine and vinegar to soften them before that. This soaking process makes it easier to remove the hulls. The softened seeds are then processed through roller mills. Inside the mills, a spinning stone grinds seeds against a still stone, just like how an old mortar and pestle work. They undergo multiple cycles of crushing and grinding until they reach the desired texture, ranging from coarse to fine flour. This method dates back to the 16th or 17th century when a man named Maurice Gray invented a machine to crush, grind, and sift seeds. Ever heard of the popular mustard brand, Grey Poupon? Yes, that's the guy, Mr. Gray. And that same old process with advanced machinery finally results into whole grain mustard, which can be refined into Dijon mustard through sieving. Depending on the type of mustard used, some stronger seeds might be purposely kept whole with their shells on. This adds more texture and makes the flavor more complex in the end product. After that, the mustard flour goes into the big mixing vats. Basically, this particular stage decides the mustard's ultimate quality. Only a good mixture results into a smooth blend without clumps or uneven spots, ensuring a premium level, perfectly creamy condiment. The stage begins with the careful addition of water to fill up the mixer vessel. Dijon mustard uses twice the seeds of yellow mustard and 20% less water. On top of that, it just needs occasional stirring to become thicker and denser. Filters remove particles larger than 1/4 of a millimeter, with the factory saving these coarse pieces for specialty mustards. After that, powdered elements like thickening agents, spices, and some other essential liquids like white wine, vinegar are delicately measured and added, each playing a vital role in the mustard's final profile. 2 different types of vinegars are generally used, cider and white. Then it goes for fermentation in the tank for 12 hours until a smooth paste forms. As the powder components dissolve into the water, in this stage, the flavors finally begin to unfold. Once that step is over, the mixture enters the oil phase, balancing smoothly into the water mix with careful precision. This blend is a key moment of the mustard production, where mainly water and oil blend in together, swirling to create the smooth base that defines the perfect creamy texture, neither too thick nor too diluted. Then, they carefully add seasonings and flavors in exact measurements to make sure everything mixes evenly. Now, the mustard paste is heated in the right temperatures to enhance its flavor and reach the perfect thickness. As it cooks, the flavors blend together perfectly, balancing tanginess and spice. After cooking, the heated mustard is cooled to room temperature to keep its texture and preserve its vibrant flavors. For the cool-down process, the mustard undergoes a final step where it is stored in large vats fitted with mixers to gently stir the mustard paste, preventing oxidation. Here, a slow-speed mixer removes air to prevent it from turning brown and losing its flavor. And finally, mustard production ends with packaging the condiment. It's poured into glass jars or plastic bottles on moving belts, sealed tightly to stay fresh. Once done and bottled up, the final product of Dijon mustard stays fresh for a year. These jars are then placed in boxes, sealed, and shipped globally to stores and customers. For Dijon mustard, the whole production process takes around 32 hours to complete, mainly because it undergoes fermentation. On the other hand, if we talk about the production process of yellow mustard, it's a bit different. As we mentioned earlier, yellow mustard comes from white mustard seeds, but it's prepared yellow in color, giving a sharp taste using turmeric, paprika, salt, water, and white vinegar. First, the powdered ingredients are mixed with water and vinegar in a tank. In this case, about 50% is water, 20% is vinegar, 25% is seeds, and 5% is salt and spices. But whole mustard seeds are added last. A mixer in the tank blends everything for an hour at high speeds, crushing the seeds at 265 km/h. After that, the mixture goes into stainless steel mills where synthetic stones grind the seeds, making it creamy and bright yellow as it heats up to 60 degrees Celsius. Before bottling up, a final test is performed to make sure the mustard is smooth enough, with a 15 months of shelf life. If not, the mills grind the seeds closer together for a finer texture. From the beginning to the final bottling, the yellow mustard production takes around 20 hours because it doesn't use extra time for fermentation. From seed selection to packaging, making mustard blends old-fashioned skill with modern tech. Each step ensures its unique taste and versatility in cooking, loved across generations and cuisines. This meticulous process is crucial, as the factory produces more than 30 varieties of mustard, including flavored options. Their packaging process ensures each jar of mustard is free from any particles, particularly crucial for their small jars intended for the food service industry. And that's where our tour ends. So what do you think about this? Which one do you like the most? Yellow mustard or Dijon? Where do you accompany your mustard mostly? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into food production. See you soon.